Hey, what's up? Today we are trying Moxie soda. It is the oldest continuously sold soda in the United States, going all the way back to 1876. Now, in 1876, Moxie was seen not as a soda, but more or less a medicine, which would fight against nervousness, softening of the brain, paralysis, and insomnia. The man who created Moxie was Augustin Thompson. He was born in 1835 and he grew up in the state of Maine in the United States. He fought in the United States Civil War for the Union, and then after the war, he opened his own medical practice and he became very popular and well known. This is when he came up with Moxie, the nerve food. He invested $15,000 in 1870s money to start marketing and selling his new nerve food medicine. By 1884, Moxie was sold as a syrup, and then by 1885, carbonated water was added to the syrup, which made the soda that it is today. In 1889, Thompson decided that, I'm not going to be fully in charge of Moxie, and he stepped down. He still worked for Moxie, and throughout the rest of his life until his death in 1903, he wrote ads and stuff like that to keep promoting Moxie. In 1906, as you see right here, the Moxie Man, or some call him the Moxie Boy, made his debut. And a few years later, this famous him pointing became the standard and signature look of the Moxie Man or Moxie Boy. Now, taking a look at him here, he looks kind of mysterious, and there was a bit of mystery behind who exactly was the Moxie Man. There is a lot of people and a lot of sources pointing to one man. His name was John T. Chamberlain of Revere, Massachusetts. That's the closest thing we know about this man's identity. So Moxie beat Coca-Cola to the punch, but Coca-Cola with its strong advertising campaign really just left Moxie in the dust. And by the 1930s, Moxie was really dropping in popularity. It didn't die, but it was just one of those sodas that a lot of people forgot about and just started drinking Coca-Cola or Pepsi. 1962, Moxie Diet finally made its debut, a zero sugar variant of original Moxie. And up until 2007, Moxie still existed, but a lot of people were demanding more of it. And it started showing up more and more in places like Florida. Now, the company at this time that owned Moxie was a subsidiary of Coca-Cola. And by 2018, the big Coca-Cola company decided to buy the brand completely. And that is who makes Moxie and distributes it to this day. Now, the taste of Moxie is said to be like root beer with a bitter aftertaste. And the bitter aftertaste comes from the gentian root extract that is in here. Now, there have been plenty of different variants of Moxie over the years. We've got Moxie Cherry Cola, Moxie Cream Soda, Moxie Orange Cream, Moxie Energy Citrus, Moxie Energy Explosion, Moxie Energy Thunder, and Moxie Blue Cream. Some fun facts about Moxie is that President Calvin Coolidge was known to really love the drink. Baseball player Ted Williams endorsed it on radio advertisements. And author E.B. White was quoted saying, "Moxie contains gentian root, which is the path to the good life." So now that we're all caught up on the lore that is Moxie soda, let's take a look at the actual official website. It's drinkmoxie.com. And it says, distinctively different. We have the definition here. Moxie, force of character, determination, or nerve. Origin, Moxie soft drink. So if you ever watched an old black and white movie, or just like some kind of movie from the golden age of Hollywood, and there's people saying, "Hey, you got Moxie, kid. That kid's got Moxie." That term came from the soda. Now, an updated term would be like, "You got guts, kid." Distinctively different since 1884. As the first bottled carbonated beverage made in America, Moxie's distinctively different flavor has helped people live their life with Moxie since 1876. So the actual product description of Moxie is it's distinctively different, And Moxie is the oldest continually produced soft drink in the United States, and it's a New England tradition. And I've got this can of Moxie from a good buddy of mine, Maximus the Fourth. He sent it to me. Very, very nice of him to do that. And I've been wanting to try this for a very, very long time. And I'm so happy that I'm finally able to try it. So let's just crack right into this finally. And there he is right there. Little Moxie boy. There we go. Okay, it smells like root beer, but it has a very woodsy smell to it. Like a actual wood, like I'm in a lumber yard. So just imagine you walk into Home Depot, into the lumber area where all the wood is, but it's mixed with sugar as well. Now I'm going to pour the Moxie in. So it's somewhat of a dark caramel color, much like any other standard root beer or cola color. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Moxie. Ooh, that bitter aftertaste. Whoa. Ah, yeah, that kicks. That definitely kicks. Mm. Mm. Yeah, it definitely is sweet, and that bitter taste really just takes a hold about 40% through your drink of thing of Moxie. It's man, that is definitely a sensation I've never had from a soda before. I'm not sure if I like it or like when I first drink this, it takes hold of like a very sweet root beer taste, but then it just goes downhill or uphill with this bitter taste. And I'm not like the bitter taste at first is very off-putting, but the more you drink it, the more you're kind of like craving the taste. It's very weird. Okay. All right. Okay, so Moxie. If no one's ever drank this before, this is what I could tell you. When you take a sip of this, it tastes like root beer for, I said 40%, but it's actually like a 30% way. And then after that, the rest, the 70% of taking a swig of this, is a layer of bitter taste that just goes all over your tongue. It just washes all over it. And you're just left like going, and you're not sure if you really do like the taste or not. It's a very, very confusing taste. But the more I drink it, the more I'm like, this is. I want to drink more. It makes you want to drink more of it to taste that first part of it instead of the last. Now, back in the day, in the olden days, they probably saw like maybe the bitter taste as the best part. But these days, with so many other sodas out there now, it's kind of like I'd much rather try a birch beer taste or your standard root beer taste. But Moxie is definitely something different. I will say that, yeah, I would recommend this to try all the varieties of would-be root beers or variants of root beer, and just historically get a grip of what soda tasted like way back in the day. Moxie is the way to go and to try it out. So with the bitter aftertaste, you would think I would say no, I don't recommend it. But actually, I do recommend this. This is definitely a great soda experience that you won't have any other way but by drinking Moxie here. And plus, it should calm your nerves. Insomnia, it's going to knock you right out, apparently. That's what the doctor said way back in the day. And apparently, yeah, it's really good. Calvin Coolidge liked it. Taste-wise, experience-wise, as a soda, I will give this a 6.5 out of 10. Because, I mean, let's face it, there are far better tasting sodas out there. But this is definitely a different experience that I think a majority of people should at least try once. And hey, this may be your next favorite soda. Moxie. Definitely interesting. Thank you once again, Maximus the Fourth, sending me a can of this stuff, because I really can't find this anywhere around where I live, so it's good to have a can handy. Anyways, that's what I give Moxie, 6.5 out of 10. Definitely recommend it, at least just to try once. And that is it for this cheat day review. Thank you guys for watching. I am DJ Glowing Ice, always wanting to remind you that it is okay to cheat every once in a while. Peace out.